Jadeja a lot over the years and seen him firsthand, trying to help the guys deal with them and his variations and how skillful he is and the pace that he bowls more than anything. I think the pace that Jadeja bowls is the thing that batsmen have to really get used to. I think it's a big part of Test cricket. I think the fact that there's going to be so many people here, you have to acknowledge how important that is, and I think the way that people manage their time is trickier. So if you can extend a test match out into the night time, then it brings more and more people into it. And my experiences are only from watching ping pong test match on TV, and I really enjoyed it. So look, I love the game of cricket, I love watching it, so I think it has a big part in the future, but it'll be balanced out with day tests as well. Not necessarily. It could almost have a T20 atmosphere, a one-day atmosphere, because if there's a big crowd, obviously Indian players are so recognisable wherever they go, and Indian public really loves them. So Kohli walking out to bat's going to feel like a T20, or Rohit, and if those guys get going. So I think there's going to be an atmosphere that probably no player has played in test match conditions, and I think that brings another element to it. So there's so much to look forward to in this test match. I think spinners can still play a big part in ping pong tests. I think that it's slightly different here because of how early the sunset is. In previous ping pong test matches, it's sort of an hour and a half that's played under lights. So there's still a significant part of the test match that's played in normal conditions. So I think the spinner won't become redundant in ping pong test matches. We haven't done anything different. We tried to keep the same things going. But knowing that the spin bowler's role could be slightly different, if we play the extra seamer, you have a different role rather than, you're probably more a holding role in the first innings to see how the game plays out. Really excited. I think obviously knew Tajul, knew Miraj, but to see Naeem up close, I think Naeem's a special talent. Arafat Sunny was here as well. Saw a few guys back in Dhaka when I was there as well. So, look, I'm lucky that you come to Bangladesh, you're working with a lot of spin bowlers. So for me, it's an exciting opportunity. I knew there was going to be a lot to work with. I didn't quite, I suppose, appreciate the talent. I think there's a really good group of bowlers there who can grow. The more and more cricket they can get. So the more experience the three in particular that are here, I think will get better and better. And Biplop as well. I think it was so impressive during the T20s as well. The Indians have always been so dominant against overseas spinners. I think particularly the last 3 or 4 years, any spinner that's come to this part of the world has been put under a lot of pressure. And that's through the nature of the wickets, the expectation that the overseas spinners has to do a job, and also the skill that the Indian batsmen obviously have. So it's difficult being an overseas spinner coming over here, mainly because of the quality of batsmen. We saw that the pressure that Mayank put our spinners under, Rahane, and so it's a tricky challenge. And when the wicket was as good as it was in indoor, there wasn't a lot to work with, and it'll probably be similar here. So I don't think it's a case of overseas spinners coming here looking to dominate. It's to do your role as you would back home. So the economy rate, they're taking 2 for 60, 2 for 70 in the first innings, and then trying to see what the second innings presents you. I think that's the right way to go about it. Visibility is fine. I think the only anecdotal conversations I've heard is around, being a little bit hard to pick up at square leg, point square leg. Those are the areas. So whilst I haven't experienced it myself, that's what I've heard from the players. So that'll be interesting to find out if slips are picking up well, gully, point, umpires, if they're able to see it that easy, because they say there's a small halo effect that the ball has. So look, I think we're all excited about playing it and seeing how it plays out. So rather than worry about those little things that could go wrong,
Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and leave your comments in the comment section below. Click on the bell icon for notifications.